Welcome. Let's see. There it is. I've been working hard. Here's the table. It's in my living room. There's the front door. But this is where I've been working on cleaning up. I got to take all this out. So I decided to I got to turn the light off, save on the electric bill. And take a walk out in the yard. Hello, Homer, Junior, January, Midnight, Snowball, Wildcat. You all done been fed. Hi, Midnight. There's Wildcat. There's LB. She's gonna have some babies. There's Kelly. She's pregnant. Boots was here earlier. Oh, I see. I gotta get some cat food and take out there to the cot. So I gotta come back in the house and get some food. But people, you gotta take care of your kitty cat. Hello, LB. Hello, Midnight. Hello, Blackie. She's pregnant. If Mama Blackie was alive, she'd be a great grandma. Snowball is a tomcat. Found that out today. Come on, Midnight. Hello, Panther. Yeah, you see, I gotta clean my yard up. Hi, January. There's Snowball. There's McGee. I don't know if it's a tomcat or a female cat. Hello, Panther. I ain't seen Pretty Girl. That's the other gray cat. Boots is a gray cat with white feet. And here I am out in my yard. Hello. Hello. I ain't got my glasses on. I guess it's... Oh, I ain't got my glasses. Here's where all the kitty cats that died around December and more. And that wind is blowing my trash. I got to pick that up. You know, right in here, people, that's where you seen the flood. It's all coming from over on that side. See, 65, is probably 1,000 feet away from me. So I decide, don't follow me, Panther. See, all this, that's probably, I don't know, half an acre. Used to have my garden right here, but it got so bad I can't do it anymore. Here's some trees. I guess I'm going to have to go back in. Let me run back in and get my reading glasses, because I can't read a cotton picking thing. Because this is too little. Hello, Kelly. And, oh, today is Sherry's birthday. No, she's out with her family. Sherry is a moderator on my YouTube channel. Today's her birthday, if I got it right. If I don't, I get in trouble. But I think it's her birthday. So I got to get back up, go in and get my reading glasses. Oh, gamer. Okay. Hey, what if you can do for me, Shelly? I'm gonna put my email out there. It's tcartwright54@gmail.com, and put the song in it. You know, put in the title song and the name of the song and your name. Because, I don't know, for some reason, when you go back to replay, where you going, Wildcat? How come you're not friendly like your mama? See, I got 4 kitty cats. Wildcat, Snowball, Midnight, and I'm going to call it Little McGee. I got to clean this up. There's no use cleaning it up because they said we were supposed to get some rain. Like I said, this is all over. Another thing, Shelly, is that a copyright song? I don't want to get in trouble. The other night, I played this Angel song, which ain't copyrighted. Then this guy was singing Dancing in the Sky by Danny and Liz, you know, up there. Where are you all going? Uh-oh. People, look at that. A snapping turtle. The first one I've seen since I live here. Look how big that sucker is. Look at it. See, there's the creek it came out of. I got a stick. Let's see if he bites it. Boy, he's an old cotton. Hi, baby. I say it's a snapping turtle. That's the first one I've seen since I lived here 6 to 8 years. The first one. Hey, you leave that alone, Black Panther. Come on. I better keep looking out. This is what I call the back 40. It belongs to somebody else. Look at that. Hey, come on, quit following me. Snowball, let's see if we get close to that turtle. Because I don't think they ever seen one. Look at them kitty cats coming running. I want to go, you know, get away from it. Panther! That snapping turtle don't seem to be afraid. Hi, baby. Oh, can they run fast? How old do you say? See, I'm scratching it on the back. Oh. Come on, get back. Come on, get away from him. Well, I say he's old. How old do you think he is, people? It's a snapping turtle. I mean, look at... Oh, this is close. Look how big his head is. His shell may be, I don't know, 6 by 6, something like that, and probably a 4-inch tail. Look at that head on this snapping turtle. He looked like he might... Come on, Kelly, get away from him. Kelly! You know, this is what I call transmission unstable. This is the back 40, people. I gotta watch out, because over there is the pond. If you look, there's water right in there. There's water standing there. There's the pond. Maybe he came out of the pond. I don't know. But the guy owns this. See, I usually cut this here too, you know, around the pond. I gotta watch for water. See, there's a pond, you know, little walkway. I try to keep this all cut down. And, you know, this is a part of the country. Uh-oh, I got more water. You know. See, you see 65 over there. And right there where you see that grassy spot, maybe 3 to 4 feet wide, I guess you call that wetland. You can't cut that except once a year. This guy grows this for hay. There's more water right here. Oh, the pond's up. That's how it comes. See, the pond's up. I've never seen the pond up that high. They got Christmas trees. This pond has bluegills in it, and I can't think of that other fish. Oh, carp. That keeps it all clean. Boy, it is up. Look at it. No wonder I'm getting flooded. If you look down at the other end, that water runs over in the creek. You know, maybe that turtle decided to come up and get some fresh air. Heck, I don't know nothing about snapping turtles. But I still gotta watch where I'm walking. Happy birthday to everybody who's born today. Happy anniversary if you got married today. Somewhere over in that tree line, there's a persimmon tree. But I don't know. Look at them idiots. See, I can't even go for a walk, people. I figured I'd just come up here. That way I stay out off of the main road. I got a little water in my kind of flip-flops, you know, whatever you call these. See, this is something, what are you all doing? Come on, come here, Homer, come here. Come on, Homer. Hi, January. Hi, January. Hello, Kelly. Man, I like to pick that snapping turtle up and put him back in the creek. But, you know, that's an old snapping turtle. Hi, baby. See, I'm just scratching him on his back. I got a feeling he's burned. I turn him around, maybe he go back in the creek. Hi, baby. Whoa. I think he's blind. Come on, January. Come on, baby. Hi, LB. How did all that get there? I didn't put it there. I got to clean somebody else's mess up. Because that ain't my burning pile. Come on, babies. Surely the raccoons didn't bring it all over here. Oh boy, I'm gonna be sore tonight. Hello, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. I gotta be careful where I walk at, because there'll be a few poison snakes out here. I gotta get my rake out, but I'll probably use my GoPro camera for that and load it up to my computer. Hello, LB. I think either there or here, I think it's here, is Mama Blackie. All through here is all kitty cats. I got cat pans to pick up, wet cat pans I gotta pick up. I'll do that in the next couple of weeks, but I've done so much work today, my backs are killing me. And me walking up to the, ouch, back 40. I want to thank you all for joining me this Saturday evening. Probably around 6 o'clock, 7, I don't know. There's Kelly, LB, and January right there, if you see. I said Kenny is home. My neighbor lives in the trailer. His dad been in and out of the hospital the last 30 days. He been in the Scott County, which is part of Norton's hospital. Then they transferred him to Norton's in Louisville. He stayed there a couple of weeks. Then he got out. Sometime this week, I don't know what day it was this week, he went to the ER at Scott County Hospital in Scottsburg, Indiana. You know, they don't know what's wrong with him. And, you know, he's probably, I said 80s, I would think. Well, Shelley, you know, Pink Sky, I believe Pink Sky is copyrighted, and I would love to. If you're on your cell phone or a computer, Shelley, you can put it into your search engine and play it that way. But Pink Sky, I believe it's copyrighted. And I get in trouble. I get a copyright thing. And I don't want to get copyrights because it takes away from you. You know, I want to say hi to all these good-looking ladies. I'm not picking on certain ladies. You know, I want to say hi to Becky, Betty, Lisa, and Kelly. That's 4 sweet ladies. You know, I had a dream about this Kelly. She was kind of my girlfriend, moved in with me. But it's only a dream. I would date her. She's probably 60s, I think, 50 or 60s, somewhere in there. And she might be divorced now, because her husband in prison for 25 plus years for murder and rape and, no, not murder, rape, assault and battery, rape of a minor. You know, it took over 10 years for them to solve the case. And I was living in Charlestown at that time. You know, but DNA caught him. See, there's a ladder. Hi, baby. Hi, LB. Man, you know, snapping turtles scare the daylights out of me. I guess he made it up to the hill, I guess, but that cop-picking snapping turtle got to be, what, 15 to 30 years old, I guess. It was a huge thing. he looked like he had his eyes closed, but I don't know nothing about snapping turtles. But living out in the country, people, it's different. It's different from living in the city. It's quiet. I hear a crow. And I live on a dead-end road right there. And the only ones that comes down this road is a pizza delivery people or UPS, mail truck, maybe once a month. FedEx sometimes. See, the kitty cat, you know, they can sleep in there. Where you going, Panther? Where you going, Kelly? Find a place to have your baby where they be close. Don't be like Boots. Have her baby someplace else and bring him here when they get about 6 to 8 weeks old and they be scaredy cats. But like January and LB and Pretty Girl, they usually have their babies around the porch or back there by the shed. Ain't that right, Homer? I don't know if Sherry will be on here tonight, because today is her birthday. Her sisters and her daughters and grandkids all took her out to eat, and I think she said something about going to a concert today or tonight. You know, when Sherry gets on here, my moderator, wish her a happy birthday. You know, today's her birthday. I'm not going to say how old she is, because women never does tell the real age. I'm guessing about, she's probably 30 years younger than me. I'm guessing. I know how old her daughter is, so that put her about 30 years younger than me. I gotta move my flag out of the window and put that on the living room wall with those license plates and another metal sign. And do that, but people, I am tired. Yeah, I got my shoes on, got my socks on. See, I got my shoes and I got my socks on. Yeah, because if you go back to the video earlier, you see me walking in the back 40 and my kitty cat's following me, and you saw a giant snapping turtle. Then you saw the pond, which the pond is up. I've never seen that pond up that high back there. It's probably up in the 70s today. And Monday, I have to go to the family doctor in Scottsburg. And I don't know if you all have Spectrum, Internet, or Charter. I think there's 3 of them. It's owned by the same company. I forgot the third one. They've been having trouble with the internet the past 3 or 4 days. My son's having problems with the internet. I'm having problems like that. So I want to thank you all. You know, it's outside today. Well, I know you all want to see my house. You know, over there is the creek. You see the pipe that Clark County put in a few years ago, but because they own the creek. They own my road. I got to try to get up. Oh. And, man, I feel like I've been run over by a Mack truck. There's some of my Easter lilies coming up. There's a tulip, I guess. It'll bloom. Oh, look at there. Hi, blue boy. That's a good boy. This is his first year here. He's kind of on the sick list. You know, kind of wobbly. You know, he been eating. See, there's a bunch of tree limbs I have to pick up and all this. See, Clark County told me they were blacktopping the next year. That's been two years since they put this pipe in. They still ain't blacktopping. The map I got and paperwork I got says it's county owned. See, there's the creek. You know, I got to pick all this up. There's some water pipes. I guess this one might go underneath a house as a drain pipe. See, I need one of those backhoes where I can clean this out. Hello, Michael. How you doing? God bless you, my friend. But I decided to come outside, walk in the back 40. I gotta clean this out. It's gonna hurt my back. You know, but I just can't afford a riding lawnmower. Right in here, you see how green it is where my ladder lines is. If you know anything about country life, people, you got a septic tank, you got ladder lines, and you got to put, well, Rid-X into your toilet, flush it down, wait 3 or 4 hours before you can use it. See, people, all this creek wasn't here back in the 60s. See how green the grass is? You know, that's a liquid fertilizer. You know, I got to get my push mower out, and it's going to kill me. There's the other part of the back 40. I wish that all those trees are gone, because that affects my outside antenna. There's the back of my house. Here's my homemade clothesline. I'm going to have to get my 2x4s, cut them about 3 feet, and screw it into the tree there, and screw it into the tree there. That way I have 4 clotheslines instead of 2. Here's a nice metal shed. You know, that didn't come with the house when I bought it years ago. Here's a shed that came with my house. There's my Troy built, which is a You know, I just don't have the money to get a new lawnmower. There's my heat pump, air condition. You know, it's a tram. I don't know how big it is, but my house, I guess, would be classified as a tiny house. It got a smokestack, but it been closed up before I bought it. Here's a tractor tar. There's the lid to my septic tank. Right there used to be my chicken coop. And dummy me, you know, being a city boy, didn't know nothing about country life. And I will tell you, don't make the mistake. See this wire? It's too thin. It's too thin. You need something like this, or wire. It's made like this cage because of the raccoons. Raccoon can rip the heck out of this wire. I'm going to have to take that down, take the door off of it. Ah, there's Snowball up on my son's Jeep. Hello, Junior. Hello, Homer. You there by Kelly? You keeping an eye on Kelly? Yeah, Homer. Hi, Kelly. See, I got to clean all this up, you know. And then I get my pressure washer, and after I pick all that up and sweep it and take my pressure washer, then I have to pick all this up. You know, it's hard for me. We're going, Midnight. Come here, Midnight. Hi, LB. Hi, LB. Where you going, Wildcat? Where you going? See, Wildcat, she wasn't born in the yard. She was born someplace else. And I guess maybe 6 weeks, something like that. Boots brought the babies down here. You know, there's Midnight, that's a black and white kitty cat. And Wildcat be a year old this year. No, Wildcat be 2 years old. Snowball and I'm gonna call it McGee. You know, I don't know if it's a boy cat or a girl cat, because I can't get close enough to tell if it's a boy or a girl cat. But this morning when I was out here, Snowball and Homer was kind of laying down, rolling over, and I got to see Snowball that he was a tomcat. And living here, people, hello, Joanne. Everybody been asking about you. And let you know, Joanne, today is Sherry's birthday. You know, today is Sherry's birthday, people. One of my moderators. She's out with her family today because it's her birthday, you know. I tell you, your family comes first. I come second or last, you know. Because I want you to spend time with your family. It's the weekend. School's out. Kids out of school for the weekend. And I want you to spend time with your family. These kitty cats outside is kind of my family. They give me unconditional love. Blue Boy's still over there in that blue 55-gallon barrel. Because I guess he knows it's going to rain. Hello. God bless you all today. It's Saturday here where I'm at. It might be Sunday where you're at. Make sure you go to church. You know, God has not given up on you, people. God has not given up on you. You might gave up on him. You know, you all ask for him to help you. People, I know some of your people are way smarter than me. God has a whole lot of people on this planet, all over the world. Yeah, Sherry's not on here, but I want to make sure nobody forgets her. If you go back to the replay, I walked back out in the back 40. I got close to the pipe there. It's about a big pipe like I showed up here in my side yard. I happened to look down, glad I did, because I probably been in trouble. It was a great big snapping turtle. You know those gallon paint cans? Well, that's bigger. That's about as big as a gallon paint jug. I mean, it was huge. Had a big old fat tail. I walked up around the pond, came back. I decided to grab his tail, turn him around, and he started walking down the hill into the creek. I don't know what he was doing up there, people. That's the first snapping turtle I've seen since I lived here. I've seen other snakes. I've seen a water moccasin. And since I moved here, I've seen some green snakes. I ain't seen green snakes in over 30 years. But the last 3 or 4 years, I've seen a bunch of green snakes out here. I used to pick up those green snakes. Yeah, that's one I hear. I put a stick in front of him, you know, kind of smack him on it. I guess maybe he's blind. I guess. I look, I'm going to have to go back and replay it and bring it up. I think his eyes is closed. He could be blind. I'm saying that turtle could be over 15 years old because he is big. I guess from head to tail, maybe 14 inches. His shell is probably 5 by 5, I'm guessing. I didn't have a ruler with me. But I was worrying about my kitty cats. They follow me up there, and I figured they would go over there and maybe get bit by it. And they can bite people. Look it up on snapping turtles. Them cotton picking things bite you and won't let you go until lightning strikes. When's that gonna happen? They can bite your fingers off. If you got tennis shoes on, they can bite through those tennis shoes. You know, I'm not an expert on snapping turtles. But they calling for rain this weekend, either tonight or in the morning. Wildcat, come here, baby. I can't wait until Tuesday. My son fixed a meatloaf and mashed potatoes that we got at Walmart. And it's an hour 30-something, the meatloaf is. It's about $8. I think it's about a pound. It's about $8. You know, Lordy. I've been watching, like, all last night, I was watching videos of Audie Murphy and the aircraft carrier that, what was his name? Paddon, you know, had a card with a black horse on it. He was a captain of this aircraft carrier. Then I watched another war show that had Powell, not Gomer Powell, but he was a Powell that was a newspaper reporter. Another war show is about helicopters that they went and rescued. Hello, Adrian. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Usually I'm not on this time of day, but it's warm outside, and I decide to take a walk around the back 40, which I don't own. I only got an acre, and walked, and I got up to the creek up there where the pipe goes under, and saw that big old snapping turtle. You have to go back and re-watch it. And I've been doing work. I've been cleaning my front room all up, you know, making room for the table. If you people go back and watch the beginning of the video, you see the table, the computer, the chair. You know, well, I have it in there because I only got that John Wayne 1 Tomcat. And because in the bedroom, I got them female cats, and I got my studio mic and my V8 XM control box. If I got my earphones plugged into it, they bite that. Or anything else I got plugged into it, they bite it in half. And I like to watch old movies. I can't wait until Monday And you heard me talk about it. If you're from Canada, you know what I'm talking about. It's Hudson and Rick, a German Shepherd, and Hudson, who's a detective. Rex died, but his real name was Diesel. And I watched a video about Hudson and Rex on YouTube. That shows a lady that raised Diesel and his brothers and all this. But people, I don't understand. The dog's name was Diesel. But on the TV show Hudson and Rex, always called him Rex, and he always came. But maybe his trainer was there. I don't know. But I love that show. I can't wait until Monday, about 10, 11 o'clock my time, to watch it all day and all night. But I'll be back from the doctor's office by then. I got a heart doctor's appointment in August. Lucky they called me they canceled the appointment for the first couple of days in August because the heart doctor was going to be off that day, or surgery or something. So, January. Come on, January. Here comes your sister, LB. This be the first year without your mama. Mama Blackie's up in kitty cat heaven. You all went to her funeral in December. You knew she was dying because you was outside when she came into the house. Hi, January. See, there's January. There's LB. Tell everybody hello on YouTube, y'all. Oh. See, there's Snowball. He's a tomcat, I found out today. See, there's Wildcat. That's his older brother. Where you going, Snowball? Hello, Fortnite. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. I hope you have a good weekend where you're from. I hope everybody, I'm going to say it again, happy birthday if you're born today. Happy anniversary if you got married today. I'm going to bring up these ladies again. Hi, Becky. Hi, Betty. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kelly. All you sweet, lovable ladies. You see, I ain't mentioning their last name because I know there's a whole lot of Lisas, Kathys, Bettys, Kellys. There's a bunch of you. You all know who I'm talking about. You very sweet, lovable ladies. Like I say, it's starting to get a little dark out here. And I probably won't be on there tonight. Sunday, I don't know. Usually Sunday, that'd be about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do Bob Joyce. He's a preacher in Benton, Arkansas, that I do rebroadcast his video to you all people because God wants me to do that. He's a preacher in Benton, Arkansas. He does maybe 3 videos. One is his church service. Then he uploads his music service that he does on Sundays. But if I share it, I get a copyright because I don't have his permission to share his music. And the third one is he does one of his family members does a Bible study. I've never done one. I think I might done one. But on the music service, I done 2 of them, and I got copyrighted, But it's a catch-22. If the person is dead, how can he copyright you for that Sunday music church service if he's dead? That's all I'm going to say. But he is a great preacher. I like him. Some preachers don't like him. He's not in a suit and tie. Sometimes he wears blue jeans and a nice dress-up shirt. Hi, Snowball. And let you know, my surgery on my cataract on my left eye went pretty good. This is going on 2 weeks, something like that. I think it was the 13th, 7th. I don't know unless I'm in the house looking on my calendar in the bathroom. I can't remember, but I think it was the 13th. And but I also want to thank you people that has donated through my post office box, which I give you that again. It's Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. But I don't live in Charlestown. That's where I get all my important mail. And my PayPal account is Thomas Cartwright Sr., SR for Senior. My Cash App is the $, Tom Cartwright 4375. I want to thank you all people that has donated. It's time for me to get off here, people. My battery's getting low. I want to throw in Lincoln City Gifts. Go to their website, Lincoln City Gifts. See what they got. I got a hoodie and a jacket and sweatpants. But I want to thank you all. Oh, man, it's hard for an old man to get up. They got arthritis, can't hardly walk. No, it's not bad enough I need a wheelchair yet. But, well, if I can make it in, where you going, Midnight? How you doing, Midnight? You look like, hello, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. You all better find your place to get. It's going to rain tonight. Listen to your human daddy. You can get up on the porch where you get out of the rain. When I go in, I'm going to have to turn my living room light on where I show you my computer desk and my studio mic. Sorry, people, it's dark up here on the porch. All this. If you hold on a minute, I turned my light on if I could find it. So, let me turn around. See, here's my kind of computer desk. There's my laptop. There's my studio mic. There's my V8 SM here and all that. And the old police scanner, that's mostly got airplanes frequencies in it. And ham radio frequencies in it. I'm going to walk in the bedroom, so it'd be dark for a little bit. Back up, baby. See, you ain't got a table to get on anymore, do you? I teach you all idiots to get up there and bite my wires. I gotta plug my phone in. Hold on.
Walking on the train tracks, going north at parallel, using Telford.
Turn my light on for.
Saying that he was in more of the field, walking towards here.
So people, I try to stay on at least an hour. So people, I'm working towards watch hours, subscribers. My dream is to get over 1,000 subscribers, over 4,000 watch hours. That's what YouTube says. 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. With 500, I need 2,000 watch hours. So I'm trying to get my watch hours, but that's how come I went outside. It's a pretty day. And you hear the police radio in the background. So, I should be back on here Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I got internet.
I forwarded you vehicle registration
for
Holland subject. It does appear with the Indiana.
Adrian, it's nice to have you on here tonight. And anybody who subscribes, and if I get an email, I said if I would click on your name and I subscribe to your channel, because that's what God wants me to do. I know my YouTube channel is different from anybody's YouTube channel. Some of them cusses up like a freight train. Some of them promotes hate crimes. I don't want my YouTube like it. I don't hate anybody. No matter what color your skin is. But people, you got to remember, no matter what color your skin is, we all have something in common. We all have red blood. No matter if you're black, white, Japanese, German, Polish, Japanese, or whatever. We still got red blood. But different types of blood, like AB, negative, O positive, stuff like that. But it's still red. That's one thing we got in common, people. What? Let me see which one. Oh, you're Margaret. You're not going to get a boyfriend. You forget it. I can't afford any more kitty cats. No, it's all in your head. It seems like you're in heat every cotton picking wheat. You out for a few days and you come back in it. I wish I had the money. I get you fixed, Margaret, but I ain't got the money. And I got 7 female cats in here in my bedroom. I know you all kitty cat lovers. I've seen some of you all's YouTube channels. You show your cats. You show your dogs. Some of you lives on the farm. You show your farm animals. You know, I live in the country. I got outside cats. I got an ugly possum. It's gonna be surprised when there's no cat food or milk on the porch. There is in the cot outside. You seen the cot. But people, I want to show you this flag. It's not a racist flag. If you look at it, it has an M16 on it. It says, "Come and take it." It says, "Come and take it." It got, like I say, I know some of you all hate the rebel flag. But I think that rebel flag is nice because it got an M16 on it. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's an M16. And it says, "Come and take it." You know, we have rights. The right to bear arms. One I do disagree is if you're convicted of a felon. I don't agree with that. Say if you're married and you're a convicted felon, you live out in the country or in the hills or the boondocks, you can't go hunting food for your family without a rifle. I don't agree with it. But the way I looked up Indiana law, I've done that last year. They could have changed it since last year. That a felon in Indiana can have a black powder gun. So, you know, think about that if you live in Indiana, or a crossbow or bow and arrow. We could be like Indians, you know. We need to protect our family. And one thing I want you all to do, you all got kids, you got grandkids. You know people, their kids got cancer. You know people who has cancer. Let's say some prayers for those children and the ladies who has cancer and men. You know, that's number one. And the kids who is in St. Jude's that has cancer. Kids shouldn't have cancer.
That comes back to it. Lisa and Blaine Faree.
I'm not a doctor. I don't. I'm not in the field of it. You people that's older than me, maybe 80, 90s, 100 years old, or maybe your grandpa or grandma told you that our bodies can only take so much chemicals until everything breaks down. The food you buy in the grocery store has chemicals in it. And people that's my age, fire department, well, Charlestown Fire Department en route to Butler Avenue, which is up in the Pleasant Ridge subdivision, for a fall. They didn't say first responders, because that takes the ambulance 20 to 30 minutes to get there. That's what people, when I was younger, people said I don't know what I'm talking about. But in Clark County, Indiana, that's where I live, in Clark County, Indiana, the fire department had their own ambulance service. Salisbury, Charlestown, New Washington, Henryville, Scottsburg. They had their own ambulance service. Somehow, the fire department couldn't have the ambulance service. But people, how about us that lives out in the county? And where I live, if I was to have a heart attack, it takes 20 to 30 minutes to ambulance to get to where I'm at. That's the same thing from Charlestown, New Washington, Hibernia, Bethlehem, Otisco, Marysville, Nab, Henryville, Underwood, Memphis, Indiana. It takes about 30 minutes for an ambulance to get to us in those areas. You know, I don't like it, but I know where I live, they got a fire department less than a half mile away. It's a volunteer fire department. They do have first responders, EMT, and medics. You know, that's one thing I like about it.
1028 on it. Indiana organization's like.
So,
36 flights.
and also kids, I know kids will watch this later. Stay in school.
370
Get your education.
Mary.
Go to college. Kids, also look around where you live. That way you can choose the field you want to go in. See the jobs where you live. The people getting laid off or making money.
Okay, I'm clear. I'm under the.
Wait until start a family until 25, 28 years old. Don't start a family when you're in high school, because then you both can't go to college. You know, I want you all to think about it. Get your education. Stay in school. Try your best. Do your best. Don't give up. Don't give up on starting a YouTube channel. One day you be in the right spot and you have the best video. All it takes is one good video if you in the right spot. So People, don't give up on your dreams. And also, I want you to put your faith in the God. Some of you don't believe in God. It's okay. That's your right. But God has a whole world. Look how many people is in this world we live in. Everybody's saying prayers. God is only one person.
I believe it's going to be on the Clark County line.
816.
So, try your best. Don't give up. Put your faith in the God. Say prayers for those kids who has cancer. And another thing, you saw him on TV during Trump's speech. DJ Daniel, 13-year-old boy who has cancer. I think it's nice of Trump make him an honorary Secret Service agent. That was his dream. He got 913 as a couple of days ago honorary memberships. You see on TV that Make-A-Wish Foundation that helps children out getting their wish. That's what they done for DJ Daniel. Will have his wish. 13 and a half years old. He is diagnosed with brain cancer at 6 and a half. And the doctor only gave him 4 months for him to live because he had brain cancer. And that was nice. But what made me mad, people, it makes me mad, especially, I'm a registered Democrat. You people got to realize, no matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent, a 13-year-old boy, you see the Republicans and the Independents stand up to cheer him on. The Democrats sit on their fat rear end. You people don't realize that's a 13-year-old boy, a future voter. What do you think the other 12 and 13, 14-year-old boys and girls going to do because he had cancer and you did not stand up and cheer him on? That boy's 13 years old. He's dying of cancer. You couldn't show that respect because Trump is the president. It don't matter. But he's a 13-year-old boy. He didn't deserve what you blankety-blank Democrats did. That makes me ashamed to be a Democrat. You don't care anything about the younger generation. 13-year-old boy. That's your future voters. By you, I got people, even the boys and girls under 13, they saw that on the national TV that you all didn't stand up because a 13-year-old boy with brain cancer. I'm ashamed to be a Democrat. But people, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, or what religion you are. When somebody like that young of cancer, you should stand up and cheer, give him the thumbs up. You Democrats didn't do that. I'm ashamed. I catch heck for it, which I don't care. But I'm ashamed. That's your future voters. So, people, I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary. Hi to Becky, Betty, Lisa, and Kelly. God be with you all people here on YouTube. You're my family. Bye, everybody. Peace. Hello. God loves you. Put your faith in the God. You know, that's what we have to do. I see you tomorrow, probably 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Bob Joyce church service, unless Spectrum Internet goes down again like it has about every day this week. That's one reason I ain't been on. Plus, I ain't been feeling good because of the housework, because that takes a lot out of me. I love you all. God bless you all. God bless you, sweet ladies. And you guys, happy birthday to Sherry Reed, one of my moderators. Today's her birthday, so the next time I come live, people, wish her a late happy birthday. Say, Tom, wish you a happy birthday Saturday. I knew she wouldn't be on, but she would play it. I tell you, Joanne, when you have 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and arthritis, there's not much you can do. You know, it takes a lot out of you. Just like that little walk, I walked to the back 40, around the pond. That took a lot out of me, but I moved that computer table, took it down. I had those folding legs where you slide the bar and you push it in. That table's heavy. Too heavy for me to carry, since I got a hernia that I had for probably 10 years, but I went over my limit, so I got to be careful what I do. I bet I fall asleep early tonight. Usually when I do work like that, it takes a lot out of me. I'm glad you feeling better, Joanne. I'd say, you take care of yourself. Don't worry about me. You know, you got to take care of yourself and your family. You and your family comes first. You can always watch reruns later. That's what I said, people. Your family comes first. You know, it's the weekend. Some been on spring break. Some is out of school for the weekend. And I want you to spend time with your family. I know I'm a YouTube family. I'm talking about your blood family. They come first. And I've told you, people, my YouTube channel different from other people's YouTube channel. There's no cussing, no arguing. There is a few trolls, but I got a moderator that don't even get on it. They just sit in the background. They're computer people. They check you out from head to toe. They know everything about you. That could be the FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Marshal, State Police. There's 5-0 on everybody's YouTube channel because they're looking for certain people. But I want to thank your 5-0 people for the good work you do. There's some bad ones, but there's some good ones. Also, people, if you have to pull into a truck stop, get gasoline, or to eat, thank a truck driver for their service. If it wasn't for a truck driver, I wouldn't have a shirt. I wouldn't have a pants. I wouldn't have a cell phone. You wouldn't have your food. Just think what a truck driver hauls in their truck. The TVs, the wood to build your house, your ice boxes, your stoves. Just think a truck driver. And you see a police officer, thank him for their service. No matter if you hate them, thank him for their service. You see a veteran out there, thank him for their service.
Is it physical or verbal?
So, my son said I'm too much like a woman. I talk. Truckers does keep America going, people. They're not making that much money because diesel fuel about $4 a gallon. When I used to drive a truck, it was about $1 a gallon. You can make money back there then. Good evening, RM. You're kind of late, but I was getting ready to get off of here. You can go back and watch the video again. You see me walking around in the yard. You see me when I went back to the back 40. You see this great big snapping turtle. I bet that snapping turtle was over 15 years old. I stay on for about 3 more minutes. I make it 11:35. Then I get off of here. Because since I went for that walk, I've been cleaning my floor in here where I had my table. You know, taking my putty knife in case I get all the cracks clean, then sweep, then vacuum, then done dishwashing it to kill any bugs or fleas. Then I use bleach to sanitize the floor. Blackie, don't tell me you're in heat too. I can't take you and Margaret at the same time. Now I got 2 kitty cats in heat. I got Margaret and Blackie. When the other 5 gonna come in heat? But it seems like Margaret is in heat every week. But people, God bless you all. Give me the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe bell. Help me get my watch hours. I don't know, it's driving me batty, Joanne. That means I gotta get off of here, 'cause it never fails. If I'm on my cell phone or the computer, that's all they do. They don't want me to be on here. They want me pay attention to them. What? What, Margaret? Because Blackie never had any babies, so she's not too bad. But Margaret, she done had 2 litters, 2 litter of cats. And Wildcat only had 1 litter. She's not that bad. But Margaret, she is going bananas. Where's my fly swatter? I got my fly swatter. All it is, it's in your head. Don't think about it. You all can take it out of your head. Blackie has been watching you and she's acting just like you, but 2 times worse.
I feel sorry.
So goodbye, everybody. I love you. God is watching over you. I got to wait till that notification get off where I can end my stream. God bless you all.